Hello friends, welcome back to War 11 of Season 10. We are in our third or fourth war in Gold 1, and I find myself longing to return to the nightmarish hellscape of Platinum 3. Today we're taking on xPuma, all blacks. Okay. We're going in with our same team today, Void and Namor and Symbiote Supreme. Let's get right going. We're going to start off with really one of the most perplexing placements I've ever seen. This is a magic on long-distance relationship, but it's also tyranny, which means that since magic is labeled as a hero, she will never gain power, which means that she will never activate Limbo from either reaching a bar of power or a special attack. And this is a 565 magic. This must have been an accident. Somebody who thought magic was tagged as a villain, maybe the confusion was because she's a dimensional being and activates Danger Sense with Blade, she's a villain. But regardless, this is about as easy a matchup as you can get. No Limbo, no problem. And with the long-distance relationship node, I am able to keep my Void topped up on health through willpower. So it's really just, parry, wail into her, let the degen kill her. I don't really know what else to say about that one. So, unfortunately, the fights don't get any easier. And we're going to start with this Void. This is a 565 Void on Special Lock 1 and Long Distance Relationship. So the plan here, this is the only fight I was going to use Namor for because my Blade was locked up in AQ. So the plan here is that I can still play to try and avoid the debuffs if I can, but I can at least mitigate some of the damage when I'm attacking into him. However, you'll see here in a minute, I mistime an S1 dodge, which really screws me. I think it might be this one. No, it's not that one. So, up to this point, I've done pretty well. It's tough. There we go. I mistimed the special. I get a second debuff on me. Fortunately for me, it's non-unique, so I don't increase the degen. But it's still another one that I have to purify. And now, see, I'm below half health. It's just this fight is going off the rails pretty quickly. So I'm trying to push him to a special 2 because I find it much easier to dodge. Willpower is kind of keeping me topped up. But the Special Lock 1 and the Weakness debuffs are also activating degen, so I have to use my special as soon as I get it, and I'm risking timing out here, trying to get the Weakness debuffs to fall off. So I'm trying to back off a little bit, but I think that if I can just get a few more hits in, that I can get him down. Yeah. And then it goes sideways at the end here. I don't know. So I dodge another S2. I'm feeling good, feeling like I can pull this out. At the last second. I didn't need Namor for any other fights on this path, so I really just needed him for here. And then I screw up the dodge on that one, and I get destroyed. So that was 100% on me. Really bad evade on my part. So I go back in with my own Void, and pretty much one combo and change later, he goes down. So, an unfortunate death, 100% on me, as I said, but, it's going to happen. Alright, so we're up top now. This is a 6-star duped Sabretooth, and I do check the signature ability here, because I figure it can't be too high, and it's not. It's only one dupe. Not that it matters, it just really gives me an idea of how long the fight is going to be, if his regen is going to be a little bit higher. I can't reverse it on this node because this has Indomitable, but I can heal block him. And the heal block has even though it's a passive heal block, it still removes those stacks of regen. So it's really, a standard Sabretooth fight with Void. Ignore the regen, don't push him to his S2. He likes to jump from a distance. I usually fight a Sabretooth every day or every other day in AQ, so I'm pretty used to it, and I fought him all the time on the old map too as well, so not much else. So I can pretty much ignore the Vigor node here. I've got the Petrifies up early, Fear of the Void about to turn on, so the heal block actually goes away there because this healing is not below 100%, it's just minus 100%, but I quickly get another debuff up, healing is turned off, excuse me, and down he goes. Alright, so next up is a bit of a diversity placement. This is just an R3 Carnage on a healing node, and Carnage, of course, has no healing on his own. I'm not really sure what the intention here is. I mean, it's an R3, so I'm sure it's just they dumped him here just because they could. Carnage, I don't know the last time I ever fought a Carnage, if ever even. This might be the first time I've ever fought a Carnage in Alliance War. His specials are very, very easy to dodge. I think as long as you don't get caught by the heavy, you won't ever get bled out by him. I think I do get clipped on an invade here, or what I usually term a reverse intercept. But I think I luck out, and he only hits me with the double medium rather than a full 5 hit. But an R3 is not going to do much damage anyway, so it's not a big deal. Other than that, standard fight with Void. Oh, there's the double medium. So he tags me, does what, 7-8% of my health. But he is about to go down. One more special ought to do it. Oh, don't even get to the special one. There we go. Alright, so now we have... So last war I said that debuff immune Killmonger was one of my favorite fights of all time, and I think these two might top it. So I asked my alliance to clear the rest of the mini-bosses, and then I was going to boost up and try and take this debuff immune Medusa, and then make a run at the Medusa boss as well. So they obliged, and I figured, this is the second to last war. We're still kind of on the cusp, and I really want to go out with a bang. So let's go all out. Let's put on the Skittle boosting, if you will, medium attack, medium champion, medium health, the 2 mystic boosts, and then I also put on an advanced power boost. And this is because the last time I fought a Medusa, I really got in trouble by just missing my S3 while I was backed into the corner. I kind of wanted to avoid that if possible. So right away I get some good RNG with the stagger. So again, this might actually be the more difficult of the two fights because she's debuff immune, which means when I hit my S3 and activate the third blessing, I can't get any bleeds up on her. So I really have to rely on all of the damage from the S3, nullifying her fury buffs, and just standard hits. It's my Sim Supreme is only a 455. And this is just, another example of I need to rank this guy up to R5 as soon as possible. It's really, at this point, I have enough T5B for either him or Vision. Vision is a champion I use every day in AQ. And I feel like I change my mind every day on which one I should rank up. So, all right, so she's got Living Strands up now, hits me with the double medium. If she had tagged me with a full 5 hit, I might have died there. Fortunately, the AI was actually working in my favor today, which is great. So I hit her with my S3. This should remove all of her fury buffs and remove Living Strands. She immediately obliges with a special 1. Get some more stagger up, so I've got a little bit of a safety net here. Unlike the boss node, there aren't additional buffs proccing on her. So all the staggers are going toward preventing Living Strands on her. Get a nice little intercept there. Get some power steal. That does some great damage. Hit her with another special 2 intercept. And then I don't know why I don't do a third one there. That was weird. I do one right there. So she's got Living Strands up again, but I'm close to another special 3, so I'm basically just trying to create space here and time for myself. I'm very, very wary of getting backed into the corner. And I am in the corner, but I get my S3 in time. So again, this should nullify her 3 fury buffs, and then give me the bonus of some added space away from the wall. So the fight is pretty much in my favor right now. 20% left. Do another little heavy intercept there. Trying to get tagged by a heavy there. That was no good. Fortunately, I had my protection up, so it kind of helped to mitigate the damage. Nope, almost. So let's do another special intercept. And so close again. I feel like my attacks are doing less damage the longer this fight goes on. So, so close, 4%, 15 seconds left on the clock. and my second medium, the input drops. I launch my special, but she's blocking. Fortunately, the block damage does her in anyways, and I get the solo kill. One of my best kills for sure. So I got first run at the boss, which is also Medusa. My boosts, I think, are all still running except for the advanced power boost, which had fallen off. So I heal Sim Supreme up to full, which takes 4 potions. And again, this fight in theory should be a little bit easier because once I get my S3 up, I will be able to nuke her down with some bleeds. On the other side of that, of course, is the fact that the boss node has a significantly higher health pool than the debuff immune mini. So it's really strategy more or less the same. I have to be very wary of living strands. One thing I noticed here while replaying this is that even when living strands, the third one is nullified, the text still pops up, and that's kind of what I keep an eye out for. So I need to be more wary of that in the future, I think. So you see, I got backed into the corner there a minute ago, and I had to heavy intercept with my own heavy to give myself enough space for my special 3. So now it's go time. Got the bleeds up, trying to hit it into her as much as I can without pushing her over 2 bars of power. She's not being aggressive enough, so I just hit her with another special 3. This will push her rather, over 2 bars of power. I felt like it was a risk that I had to take because time was starting to pressure me, I think, where I have her about halfway down with the time halfway gone. Fortunately, I'm able to get out of the way of that special 2, and we're kind of back on track. She dexes out of that medium. No, so she had living strands up there again, and again the text pops up, and it just keeps throwing me off. Now she actually has it active, but I'm close to my special 3 again, so I can just nullify the Fury buff. So I go in with 1 medium, and then back off, hit my what feels like my 20th special 3 in this fight alone. The problem with using an R4, I guess, is that you're wasting a lot of time in these special 3 animations because the clock doesn't pause. So luckily, she seems to be pretty willing to throw her special attacks, which is great. Sometimes you get Medusas who just don't want to sit there and just keep attacking into you, and that's not a good time, let me tell you. So I saw I hit my special 2 into her block, and that was because I got caught again. The Living Strands text came up. I panicked briefly, threw my special 2. She blocked it, even though she didn't really have it active. So throw my special 3 again, and now I am very much aware that this fight could end with her at like 1 or 2% and a timeout, and I really don't want that to happen. So we've got less than 10 seconds left. She throws her special 2 right away, and that is the key. And for 3 seconds left, I get the solo on the boss. Not too shabby for an R4, if I do say so myself. And even better yet, we finally, after, 4 losses in a row, get a victory. Whew, this one meant a lot to the Alliance. We needed this one big time. Our defense held up. I think they were only able to clear 1 battle group. So yeah, that was much needed victory. Very happy about that. And actually, I checked the standings afterward, and it was enough to push us back into the bottom dwellers of Platinum 3. So last war of the season coming up. It's win and in, or lose and go back to gold 1. So hopefully we can get it done. After missing a war straight up this season, I had pretty much left our chances for dead of making it back into Platinum 3, but that big win and those Tier 3 points, I think, really did some good for us. So, all right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.